A furious debate has been sparked online after Olivia Wilde was served with custody papers live on stage by her ex-fiance Jason Sudeikis. The Ted Lasso star had Wilde served with papers while she was on stage in front of 4,000 people while giving a presentation about the movie that started her new romance with Harry Styles. The incident sent shockwaves through Hollywood after images of a flustered Olivia Wilde being presented with a manila envelope surfaced online. The envelope was also labeled as personal and confidential and was given to her right in the middle of a speech about her upcoming thriller titled Don't Worry Darling at this year's CinemaCon in Las Vegas. A lot of people are now accusing Jason Sudeikis of purposely trying to embarrass his ex-fiancée with whom he shares 2 children. That being said though, a source close to the comedic actor is insisting that he was completely unaware that Olivia would be served the papers in such a public and humiliating manner, with one source claiming that Jason had no prior knowledge of when the documents would actually be delivered to her, and again insisted that the actor had been left appalled by the incident. This source also told media outlets that the personal and confidential documents were not necessarily custody documents, but rather jurisdiction papers, which usually will determine which courthouse is going to hear and decide on a child custody case. Regardless, Twitter exploded with mass speculation about the Wilde moment, with many taking it as an opportunity to compare Jason to his Apple TV Plus character Ted Lasso, who many claim would have never condoned such savage behavior. One person writes, "Jason Sudeikis serving Olivia Wilde custody papers at the panel for her new movie has the same energy as Ted Lasso challenging that one a-hole to darts and then going, oh, lol, I forgot I'm left-handed. That is so low. Olivia should get a very public apology from Jason. Whether he knew about it or not, he should be held responsible and he should take a very public moment to address and put his career at risk. Damn you, Ted Lasso, now I am sad." Although not everyone was on Olivia's side, one user wrote, "I'm Team Sudeikis because Olivia Wilde didn't give us Ted Lasso," with another adding, "Men get served with papers all the time at work. This is only a story because she's female." Others concocted their own conspiracy theories about this case. One Twitter user wrote, "Very funny to realize that Ted Lasso only exists so a judge will believe Jason Sudeikis is nice enough to be allowed to see his kids on the weekend." Although he admitted to only be joking in this tweet, it certainly fired up Jason Sudeikis' defenders. Another user responded to the joke conspiracy tweet and said, you do realize that this show existed well before they broke up, and Olivia encouraged him to make a show that became Ted Lasso, right? The show was written, filmed, and edited well before they broke up. What are you talking about?" And initially people speculated that the documents handed to Olivia were an unsolicited script sent by a fan in the hopes of getting her attention, although that did not stop furious speculation among attendees at the annual event about whether or not the envelope had actually contained legal documents, a rumor that was eventually confirmed by Deadline.com. Going back to that interruption though, she was stopped by an unidentified person who approached the stage from the front row of the audience at the Las Vegas event and slid the manila envelope across the front of the stage towards her. In response, Olivia said, "This is for me?" before opening the envelope and briefly reading the documents. She then continued with her presentation, and many thought that this was perhaps part of the presentation or even a joke, but after she awkwardly peeked at the documents inside, that was the end of it. CinemaCon also released a statement on the matter and claimed to now be reevaluating their security procedures in light of the recent incident. Mitch Newhouser, managing director of CinemaCon, said in a statement to Deadline, "We have never in the history of the convention had an incident where a delegate had approached the stage who was not authorized to be there. In light of this incident, we are reevaluating our security procedures to ensure the safety of all of our attendees." I'd love to hear your thoughts on all of this though, and while you do that, I'm going to check out some of your comments from the video titled, "Body Cam Exposes What Really Happened to Amber Heard." Kristen Hoffner says, "Sounds like she basically wasted taxpayer dollars and police time." It sure sounds like it. JN says, "And the truth will always come out sooner or later." It always does, doesn't it? August Ring says, "Lock her up and throw the key away." Seems like a good option at this point, doesn't it? Bev Smith says, "Damn ruined his whole career and reputation, and allegedly she is still working on her movies." Oh, don't worry, consequences will be coming her way very soon. I can guarantee you that. Chance1957 says, "Stay classy? We wouldn't be watching this garbage if we were classy." Okay, alright, fair point, but either way, I'm gonna keep telling you to stay classy, or at least try, but take care everybody. "We are reevaluating our security procedures to ensure the safety of all of our God.